stream. We are getting online very, very soon. Tick. Awesome. So, if you are tuned in already, hello. Feel free to send me your demos, guys, ladies and gentlemen. We have here the Melon Gang. This is a large feature of our Discord community. If you want to join, it's free to join, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to another live stream. We're going to get right into it. So I'm going to fire off the opener. Also, maybe or maybe not, you might have seen this video drop during the week. I shared with you guys how I submit to record labels and things like that. Really, really cool. Hope you learned something. But anyway, let's get straight into the stream. Yes, boom. Guys, we're kicking off with a bit of a celebration. So, myself and Charlie Mansell, we had our track signed, so here's a little sneak peek. Here we go.
Yo girl, you make my heart sink, boy. Already know I wanna get into your world. The way I move, I make you give up your girl. Give up your girlfriend. Give up your girl. Give up your girlfriend.
Well, yes, so we actually received our contract today, so we are, we're going to sign it, and it's going to come out in March, I think, Charlie, March 15 or something like that. Anyway, yeah, so go us. Anyway, so hey, I'm Steve Marks. If you guys haven't tuned in before, if you want to send a demo for review, just send it there, nice and easy. And yeah, if you want to skip the line, you don't want to wait in the line, feel free to donate. There's a little donation button on my SoundCloud page here, this big blue one. Otherwise, let's get straight into it. So, Mr. Manifestor with Brawls. Let's have a listen. Pretty cool so far. I'm just going to turn my headphones up. Coming through to me too well, but I can see it's coming through to you guys. Nice strong track to start the stream, Mr. Manifestor. That's pretty good, man. There were some moments where the so like this melody here, I feel like that section there, it's very very thin and very plucky, which is your intention. Try adding a little bit of delay there. Play around with the timing and see if you can come up with some cool effects. I would definitely, so you have your drop, which has sort of two sections. So in the first four bars, the first four rotations of your drop, you have the bass line doing the same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. On the third loop of your melody, I would try going up with your bass line. So bring your bass line up an octave or just up a note in the same key. To sort of lift the track up, because it's always sort of constant that the bass like bring it up. Dun, 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 dun. It might give the track a bit more variety, a bit more not depth isn't the word, but it yeah, we'll just give it some good variation and a bit of a change might sound good there. Man, also really nice work. I heard a lot of samples sweeping from left to right. That was like quite exciting to hear, which is very, very cool. So man, what a good track to start. Short but sweet, man. Very, very cool. All right, let's continue, shall we? NYKY or Nike, or I forget how to say this, but I got it wrong last time. Nikki, that's who it is, Nikki. All right, let's have a listen. Nikki, Too Far.
Can you see me breathing? Standing here without you, and I can see it's midnight. And can I live without you? I'm terrified to see you hiding in the darkness, colder when it's twilight. I've been feeling restless.
So yeah, Nikki, I remember reviewing this in live stream number, what was it, 35. Yeah, so similar thing is happening. The vocal is being overpowered by your music production still, so you might need to bump that vocal up in volume another like 5 or 10%, man, because it's still getting lost behind those big stabs, the dun dun dun.
Can you see me breathing? Standing here without you, and I can see it's midnight. I can't live without you. I'm terrified to see you hiding in the darkness, colder when it's twilight. I've been feeling restless. Too far, complete.
I also just remembered Wilson, my friend, also donated, so I will get to Wilson next and Complaint next as well, guys. So I'll get through Nikki's track and then it'll be Wilson, then Complaint. So
Too far gone, I see it. Too far gone, I'm screaming. I'm screaming. Too far, I'm bleeding. Too far gone, I see it. Too far gone, I'm screaming. I'm screaming. Too far gone, I see it. Too far gone, I'm screaming. I'm screaming. I'm screaming.
this track is really, really cool, man. I remember there were a few things that were like that needed fixing up from a few weeks ago. Man, you fixed everything that I can hear is sounding great, except the vocal. Still need to push that up higher, a little bit louder as well. Thank you, Wizard. I saw your donation as well, brother. I'll get to you. You'll be number 3. Also, Wilson, if you're tuned in, mate, your link has disappeared. So something's happened there. Try and get on it quick smart, or let me know in the chat when you've updated the link and I can get you back instantly into the queue. Wizard, same for you, my friend. Your track seems to be gone, so let me know if the link does not seem to work, my friend. This track, man, is so good. It is so good, man. It's almost there. Bump the vocals up, and you have with your bass line, you have like a constant note that's sort of like dun dun, and then it goes down, it goes up, does its thing. Try, instead of having one bass note, just like sort of sustained, try see how much it changes the dynamic of the track if you, instead of having one sustained note, instead of having dun, try having like dun dun dun. It might sort of complement the melody nicely as well, because that's sort of what your synths are doing. They're kind of going like dun dun dun, and then doing a little bit of trail off as well. Maybe try that with the bass as well, because basically the bass is just reacting to the side chain. It's not really doing much more. So yeah, it's a very interesting sound, because it's sounds very clean and very minimal, but like you can really hear the detail that's gone into it and the thought, man. Boost the vocal, try something cool with the bass line. Best of luck, man. This is good enough for a release, man. So keep at it. All right, Wilson, thank you for updating your link, my friend, and thank you for the donation, man. That's awesome. And I'll be honest, the melodies, like always, are awesome, awesome, awesome. The thing that lets this down a little, and it sounds a little weak in the area, and it's the percussion, man. When this snare came in, that's when I had to pause it and mention it, because it's very, very thin. The snare that you introduce, right? It's sort of like a yeah, man. Nice. It's nice. I would definitely update your percussion. Either update it or layer it, like who said it in the chats? Manifestor. Definitely layer that snare. Or find a new one. We have a new sample pack that just got released in the Discord community. I will be speaking about that later because that involves our monthly challenge, guys. So pretty cool. Wilson, man. There's nothing really wrong with this. I'd probably throw a master EQ on. I'd throw an EQ on your master, and I'd give it a small bump in the bass frequencies because it does sound a little thin in the bass frequencies, and definitely revisit the percussion, man. There was good percussion variation, especially in this breakdown here. Where was it? You've got the snare with that sort of. Yes, you had a few good samples going on there, and they all sort of worked together quite nicely, man. But yeah, beef up that percussion, make it stronger. Man, thanks for the donation, man. Really appreciate that. Complaint, I also appreciate your donation. Let's have a listen to Jonas Aiden Late at Night Complaint remix, and our track is sounding awesome, man. I've sent it off for mastering, so we should hear back in a week or two. I'm super pumped for that track as well, man. So listen.
Late at night, I bought a ticket, I had you in mind. Make me feel I'm not alone tonight. I'm on my way to your other side. Oh, I can't let go of what we did and who we used to know, of where we met and how we used to love. I'm on my way to your darker side. Can't let go. Will you let me stay the night? Will can we dance just you and I? Please stay till the morning.
I just had to listen to the vocal and the drop again to hear it. It sounds like the like the intro and the pre-drop are in one key and then the drops in another. Because I haven't heard this before, it sounds unfamiliar, but let's listen to the rest of the track. Maybe it gels a bit better in the ears once it's been playing for a while.
Well, you left me stay till the morning, late at night.
Also, I was gonna say, it sounds like the vocal is slightly off, but it actually works really good because you've pitched it down, so it sounds like it's deeper and it sounds a bit dreamier, a bit sleepier, a bit lazier. So it's actually pretty cool that you've made it sit not perfectly on the beat. It makes the track sound a bit lazy, a bit wobbly. Really, really cool, man.
You open up and look me in my eyes. You tell me everything's gonna be alright. Just close your eyes and we can dance all night, every night. I can't let go of what we did and who we used to know, of where we met and how we used to love. I'm on my way to your darker side, can't let go. Will you let me stay the night?
Yeah, it's something's not sitting right. There, you either need to pitch the vocal up a bit, or rejig all your production and drop your bass line's not in key with the vocal. I mean, it's not a huge fix. It'll take some time, but man, once this sits right, this will be a sick little like underground tech house track. It's super deep, super dark. I really love your production style, man.
Feel I'm not alone tonight. I'm on my way to your darker side. Oh, I can't let go of what we did and who we used to know, of where we met and how we used to love. I'm on my way to your darker side. Can't let go. Will you let me stay the night? Will you let me stay till the morning? Can we dance just you and I? Will you let me stay till the morning? Will you let me stay?
Ah, man. Hang on. Yeah. So guys, this man, we've been too harsh on you. So this is just a track, and Complaint just threw this vocal on it because he said it sounded good. So apologies for the harsh words about the vocal, guys. This was just, the vocal was just thrown on this to give it a bit of a bit of vocal, I guess. So apologies about the key of the vocal being off, but man, the production is very, very good. Production is very, very good. With this vocal not put in there, the track would be good, but it would be boring. So you've added the vocal to make it a bit more interesting. Didn't exactly match, but man, appreciate that you added something in, because it would have been a bit boring without.
Till the morning, late at night. You open up and look me in my eyes. You tell me everything's gonna be alright. Just close your eyes and we can dance all night, every night. I can't let go of what we did and who we used to know, of where we met and how we used to love. I'm on my way to your darker side, can't let go.
man. I just typed in the chat. You could try and rip some audio from a famous YouTube clip or like a viral video or something, and maybe you could whack that in there as a bit of a sample it here and there, loop it, and then the drop happens. Man, it's good. It's your guys, in my tutorial with pitching to record labels, I wrote something like, don't underestimate the power of album art, right? So when I look at Complaint's logo, I always think it looks like a bit of like a neon light. So like, I instantly think like low light, really like deep, dark, dirty, and it's perfectly reflected in your production style, man. So, man, this is good. The vocal threw everyone off, and it was sort of my fault because I didn't bloody read the this message. But man, yeah, try something else. Maybe Charlie bit my finger. Maybe chuck that in there so we can stitch up Charlie a bit. Cool, man. Thank you for the donation, brother. I really appreciate it. And yeah, let's talk record labels this week as well for our track. It's still not mastered, but it's on its way. All right, Wizard, thank you as well, my friend, for your donation. Let's hear Future Bass Thing in Progress. Let's have a listen.
Flashback to summer, you and I, when you first caught my eye right here. Took me to places out of reach, a lesson you could teach my mind. I knew before you came to me that I was gonna be all yours. Save me from spending time alone, if only I had known you're here. I found the pieces of my heart. It's complete with you, I'll never break apart. I found the pieces of my heart. It's complete with you, I'll never break apart. I found the pieces of my heart. It's complete with you, I'll never break apart. Flashback to summer, you and I, when you first caught my eye right here. Took me to places out of reach, a lesson you could teach my mind. I knew before you came to me that I was gonna be all yours. Save me from spending time alone, if only I had known you're here. I found the pieces of my heart. It's complete with you, I'll never break apart. I found the pieces of my heart. It's complete with you, I'll never break apart. I found the pieces of my heart. It's complete with you, I'll never break apart.
Nice, man. I dig it. It lacks a bit of like punch, a bit of like it's nice, man. It's there. It's just not hitting the ears strong. So this would come through your sort of like your mixing phase. So the drop I really liked. It was very euphoric. It reminded me a little of like a cross between like it would be like where Flume meets Porter Robinson. It was like very, very cool. Sort of like, yeah, not as strong and catchy as like Chainsmokers, but I can hear that's what you're trying to achieve. Wanted to go back to there was a point here, hang on. Yeah, so your vocal has this constant like unilateral, like the male and female that's sort of happening. Add some variation. So I was just looking on my other screen. I did a tutorial on how to make a bad vocal sound good, and this isn't a bad vocal, but I would recommend you watch that tutorial video I did, because I show you how to process vocals from really dry and really thin to making them a lot fuller with very basic effects that is available in all music production softwares. So man, I recommend you go watch that video. I'll find it very quickly on my side screen. And let's just listen to the drop again while I'm checking it. Because there was something I was gonna mention something about the drop. That was it. So I would have the vocal there go, never break apart, and then cut, and then do 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 bam, because it sounds like everything's doing its thing and nothing's really the star in your track. Here the vocal should be the star, but everything's just sort of, it's doing its thing nicely, but nothing's being the star, man. So yeah, so I just posted the link here. It was a live stream I actually did. So I'll just bring it over to this screen. That's what it's called there, processing vocals the quick way. So if you want to go watch that, it is 26 minutes, but I talk through what I do with vocals from start to finish to really give variation. So you could really benefit from watching that. You might pick up, I think I teach like 10 things, but you might pick up 1 or 2 things that you've like never thought of before, man. So that's my recommendation to you, man. It's good. It's just lacking something. I don't know what it is. A few people said like, yeah, I didn't get the feeling. I don't know why. Someone said, sorry, but this could be better. Like, I agree, it can be better, and that's, music is always going to get better. So man, just play around, make the vocal the star of this track, and maybe watch that tutorial, see if you can learn something, and onwards and upwards from there, man. But this poor little wizard, little sad guy. I hope that helps, man. I hope that helps. Thank you for the donation as well, man. That's going towards beer money. Definitely. I drank too much beer last night and I regret it. Hence why I'm drinking water tonight. All right. Let's check out Decaville Charlie. Decaville remix, the Lauxia Flip.
Yeah, here's my go-to. Yeah, whenever I feel.
Do we feel that instantly this one already has a bit more punch to it? It's a bit more, I don't know. It just the last track from Wizard, it seemed to have no energy in there, and I still can't work out why. But then listening to this one, it's so much more punchy and fun and happy, and again, delicious album art. Yum. All right, let's go.
gets me every time. He reads between the lines, yeah. That is what he do. Yeah, he is my go-to. Yeah, whenever I feel he's bad, I ain't afraid. So hurt that I can't wait to meet Charlie. Take me up into the sky. Oh, I never felt so high. Every day is a party. Ain't nothing like Charlie. Treat me like a queen of life. You know how to do me right. Every day is a party. Ain't nothing like Charlie.
So I did not expect the change in BPM at all. Man, I would definitely you shift the BPM really quickly. So you go from like 128 BPM, and then within the space of about 1 bar, you drop it to about like 100 BPM. So I would definitely, maybe in your build up, instead of the bar in between the build up and when the drop hits, I'd start slowing down the BPM, maybe from where your snare starts going double time. So yeah, yeah. Start slowing it down there instead of there. That's the change in BPM's too sudden. So definitely glide between the two instead of dum dum dum. Having said that, this is super dirty and super. It just this break in the track has so much like grunge, dirt, and attitude. Really cool. Man, I commend you on your brave decisions in this track. Man, another crazy change. But, right, so your BPM shift on this second drop, instead of the BPM on the first drop was sort of like this. You had like 120 whatever, 127, and then you dropped straight down to like 100, right? So your change was like this. Here with your second build up, it was more like this. It gradually changed BPM instead of going dun 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 dun, 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 like it slowly increased in speed. Much better. I would also just check your automation as well, because just before the first beat of the drop, it sounds like it holds back a tiny bit. Sounds like there's maybe you have a tiny like error in your automation, because it bam, bam, bam. Yeah. It's like it hits one beat too late or something, unless that was intentional. But man, it's cool to try this stuff with music production, guys. Just do crazy shit. You never know what's going to happen. I wasn't a fan of the really fast BPM change, as I've mentioned a few times. But man, if you could somehow, the second drop works quite well because it's a gradual BPM increase. If you could work in this dirty beat a bit better, I think it would be a really interesting track. Not something I would play in my sets, because the crowd would kind of get a bit confused with going from like, you know, jumping up and down to suddenly like grooving to this sort of slower, dirtier section, and then next minute they got their glow sticks out, you know. Man, cool. Try this stuff. You kind of did like what Bix does. Bix Music, he throws in so many different genres into one track, and it's really cool to hear. He maintains generally a constant BPM, or he adjusts it only slightly, not as violent as you. So man, a violent track. I'm glad that the comment section sort of had a bit of a laugh with that one, because I mean, that's cool. It's cool to try it. Man, thank you for your donation. And yeah, cool. It's cool to have variety, guys. So man, really cool. All right, guys. Asparagus, we are going to hear from you very, very soon, because hang on. Because guys, I wanted to talk to you about our weekly, our monthly challenge. My gosh. So the guys on our Discord, if you don't know what Discord is, guys, if you're tuning in for the first time, Discord is like an online community, and that's basically where everyone in the chat during these live streams, that's where everyone from the chat hangs out during the week when we're not live streaming. So on the Discord, guys, there's a little collective there called the Above Ground Collective, and they released a sample pack very, very recently. And we can find it here in the samples thread on the left-hand side. We can't see it because of my little social bar. If I get rid of that, we can see here where it says samples. Yeah, and I downloaded the sample pack and I loved it. And what I'm going to do is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to run a sample flip challenge. So the sample I am going to run with for this challenge. So you need to download the sample pack, and then there's 5 folders here: Bix, Critterson, Engine, Nephalem, and Shrugen. Go to Engine, then go to Bases, and then this is the sample that I want us to flip. Pretty cool, right? So we are going to get creative with that sample, and we are going to make it a 1-hour demo flip challenge. Okay, there will be more details coming into the monthly challenge thread here. I will add, if you don't want to download the whole sample pack and you just want the just that sample. I will drop just that sample into the, you know what? I do it right now. 1 hour sample flip. So I would love you to spend 1 hour, build a track using that sample. So what you can do is stretch it, pitch it, do whatever you want with it, and just get crazy and just make a song. Set a time limit for yourself of 1 hour, and let's all see what we can create. I will add an email submission port for that. We are going to send that to Steve Marks Media at gmail.com. Because I want to keep the sample flip separate from the demo drop. Send to this email. Yeah, that will do. Boom. All right, cool. Yes, I saw a donation pop in. Thank you, my friend. Guys, we are having a donation fest. So Asparagus, my friend, apologies, you're going to have to wait. David Brings is in Da House. Here he is, my friend. It's a Deutsch song. Brings features all anyone, wo immer du auch bist. Let's have a listen. Let's see how the non-Deutsch Sprechers think of Deutsch Musik. Let's have a listen.
Ja, ich werd da sein, wenn du mich brauchst. Ich werd dir alles erklären, wenn du's mal nicht kapierst. Ich will dich trösten, Baby, wenn immer wieder mit dir spielt. Ich werd da sein, wenn du mich brauchst. Ich werd da sein, wenn du mich brauchst. Da, wo immer du auch bist. Wo immer du auch bist. Wo immer du auch bist. Bin ich auch, pass auf, hör nicht auf. Baby, immer du auch bist. 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 Nacht lang auf, Handy ist auf laut. Ruf da an, wenn du mich brauchst. Egal zu welcher Zeit, ich bin für dich bereit. Und ich lauf und lauf und lauf. Wo auch immer du bist, yeah. Wo auch immer du bist. Wo auch immer du bist. Wo auch immer du bist. Wo immer du auch bist. Immer du auch bist, immer du auch bist, wo immer du auch bist. Seh dich auch, passe auf, hör dich auf, in der Dunkelheit bin ich dein Lied.
Yeah, thanks for the donation, Lauxia. Thank you, my friend. David, I remember reviewing this track. It was probably 3 or 4 weeks ago now. And I remember there was something wrong with the bass line that you fixed. I love the piano. For me, this is like piano house. This is something I definitely play in like a warm-up set because it's super fun, super bouncy, and super happy. The one thing that annoys me still, and I remember saying this in the first round, was the first time you submitted this track. So the first time you submitted, it didn't have this vocal on the top, but it did have this vocal happening in the drop. That loop, blah, 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 you know, and still, in my opinion, it's a little too loud in the mix, and it's just my opinion. If you like it, keep it how it is. But I remember when you sent this to me, it was super catchy, and that was the one thing that was annoying me as well, was that vocal loop. I also really love the short little brass, really, really cool. Yeah, it was a good demo when it got submitted. Charlie, funny you mentioned that about the riser in the build-up. The one thing I was expecting to hear was... So with the sort of intro and build-up in this track, everything sounds very organic, especially with the percussion. You've got like a clap, but the snare build you have is very... It's very like digital. Man, yeah, it's very, very cool. Man, this track is super happy. If Lauxia, if you know anyone, sorry, David, if you know anyone in Germany that works in radio, you should send them this, because this is the sort of vibe, man. It's like everyone's so sad at the moment because of Corona. They need a song like this on the radio to make them happy and to dance, man. Really, really cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the build up again, and you guys let me know like what you think. If a snare would be good in the build up instead of what's in there at the moment. Have a look.
Baby, immer du auch bist. Immer du auch bist.
You could make this even more swingy. So swing like groove. If you, instead of, you introduce a hi-hat. Yeah, so you introduce a hi-hat that's on the beat. Try have it off the beat. That would definitely give it a bit more groove. Man, this is so good. It is such a good track. Yeah, 1 million melons agree with Captains. Yeah, man, up to you. It's in a really good spot, this track. So if you got this mixed and mastered, send it to a label or to a radio station to try and get some airplay, man. This has a lot of potential, man. So I'm glad to hear this track back, because it brought back good memories from the first time I heard it, man. Really, really cool. thank you for submitting, man. Thank you for your donation. And we are going to push on. Poor Asparagus has been waiting. Your track's lined up, man, but all these donations keep coming in. All right, Lauxia, Love Melody featuring Swaggerlow. Swaggerlow? Early ID. Early ID. Have a listen.
Baby, I'm crazy. I know that you want me. We could go wherever you want. Baby, we made it. I knew we could do it. Just like I told you from the start. La, 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 you want me. We could go wherever you want. Baby, we made it. I knew we could do it. Just like I told you from the start.
Man, this is so good as well. The one thing that I find a little cheesy, like cheesy means like predictable.
I'm crazy. I know that you want me. We could go wherever you want.
I don't like where it goes dun 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 dun. It sounds a little too predictable. I'd keep it doing that offbeat dun 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 dun. So it's like at the moment it's going.
Baby, we made it. I knew we could do it. Just like I told you from the start. Baby, I'm crazy.
Dun 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 instead of dun 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 dun, or however it is. Too predictable, too on the beat. Just those last two notes, man. Fix them up so that it has the same sort of swing as the rest of the melody, man. Really cool. Lauxia, if you're in the chat, let me know about the vocal. Where did you get this vocal from? Is this a famous song that I don't know about? Like, because this has a lot of potential, this song, my friend. Yeah, I really like that. All right, let me know in the comments, brother. Asparagus, we finally get to your song, man. Let's have a listen. Asparagus, look up Master 8. good. It's something's happening. I think it's intentional. There's this cool little LFO that happens like on a few of the notes. Sounds like when some of the notes have a longer sustain, there's a little LFO that does a fast cutoff. Really, really cool. It's definitely lacking in how do I explain this? So you need to do a cutoff in the high frequencies. There are some high frequencies that sort of like hurt the ears. So cut that off, then have another EQ on your master and just boost the high end a bit, because things like the hi-hats, boom, it's not coming through in the mix. So don't mix it louder, just EQ it, give it a push in the higher frequencies. Yeah, man, if you want to submit a demo, who is asking? Amar Brohi. Just send it, brother. Bring it on. I'm just reading some of the things. Yeah, it does sound like a limiter there, Charlie. Especially in the intro, it sounds very, very loud, like it's crushing the ceiling. But Asparagus, man, this is super catchy, super, super catchy. I would on these huge stadium claps, you have to do something else with them. You have to give it some reverb and mix it a bit lower in the mix, because they're too loud, they're too sharp, and it doesn't sound real. It sounds like really like, and then someone's like cutting the volume. So by giving it a bit of reverb, it sounds like there's, 10,000 people clapping in a stadium, and it's like getting a bit of echo, a bit of haze. Man, Asparagus, that was worth the wait, man. And I love your album art. These little happy, this to me, I don't know if anyone else notices, but this guy looks like he's happy. There's an eye there, a nose there, and then a smiley face. Is it just me? Am I crazy? Or is that just Asparagus? Or is that a very happy Asparagus? Man, this track is very, very good. It's lacking something, right? That I think maybe you've spent too long on it and you can't find it. I would recommend dropping this in the Discord community under the thread collab bro, and see if anyone wants to collab with you, man, because this, oh man, it's it's very catchy, very catchy. Guys, someone donated. Who how dare they donate? Lauxio, is it you again, my friend? Thank you, sir. Let's have another listen. But Asparagus, my friend, very, very strong track. Definitely it involves someone else in that creative process. You have a great track at the moment. Collaborating with someone else can take it to that next level of awesomeness. So I highly recommend collabing. Make sure the person you collab with isn't going to like change your whole track and ruin it from what it already is. It's almost there, bro. So you're interested, involve someone else in the project, and wow, really, really cool. All right, Luxia, another one, my friend. Let's have a listen. Hillian. So good up to this point. I don't know what that is. Is that Mario going like, hey, hey, hey? I'm not sure, but for me, that sort of ruins it a bit. Wow. Fire. Bring the fire. Insane. Ah, okay, it's Zelda. My apologies. Very good, man. Very good. Very, very, very good automations throughout. Like you had some really, really nice automations, like slowly bringing filters on, slowly bringing filters off. Really, really cool. Now that I understand like the context of the track, now I know why those specific sort of vocals were in there, the samples and things like that. So apparently it's a Zelda thing. I'm not sure, but cool. Man, I'm gonna be honest, the only thing that annoyed me in the whole track was, and I think where did it come in? It wasn't anywhere else. I'm just gonna quickly skip. So it's something that you introduce in the second half of your drops, and it's like the hi-hat sound. So I'm saying hi-hat because to me it sounds like it's white noise. It's going and it's a little too loud for the mix. It should be a bit quieter. I feel like so in the second half of the drop, you introduce the boom, like the white noise, but then you have a section where you kind of have the white noise, and it creates a pretty good percussion. Like it sounds like a shaker. So just bring down the louder one a little bit, because it's kind of, in my opinion, it's too loud in the mix, and it really stood out for me in the second half of the track when we got to here. Yeah. Man, unreal. Guys, can we get some praise in the comments? That was insane. Really, really cool. Guys, the comments were flowing for that one, man. So, man, honestly, I can't give you feedback for that because it's so strong. I'm also seeing that it's 9 months old. So what happened, bro? You should pitch this to some labels. If you want to know which labels to submit to, you should watch my mini series on YouTube of how to pitch to record labels. Boom, promoting myself. Man, this is very, very good. Very, very good. You can really send this to labels. So go watch my YouTube tutorials on how to find labels. And I hunt for labels through Spotify. That's all I'm going to tell you. Go watch the YouTube tutorial. There's only 2 of them. So it might take about 10 minutes of your life, but you'll hopefully learn a lot. Most people say that they've learned a lot from my little videos. Guys, all right, we donations have ended, so we're going to continue with everyone else waiting patiently in line. I really appreciate the donations, guys. Really, I don't do this for the money. I do this as the fairest system possible. So everyone sends me their tracks. I listen to them in order of submission. However, if you want to skip the line, you have to pay for that privilege. So that's why people donate, and that's why they skip the line. So I'm going to give you a word of warning, guys. I'm definitely not going to get through the rest of the tracks tonight because I have to finish at 9. So apologies for that, but let's listen to Rokas Ra, Return of the Mac Idea. This guy. Yes. This is such a chill groove. Really dig this. Okay, everything's been very, very nice up to this point. you have a bass line in there that's very, very low in octaves, right? If you bring that, it's basically, it's struggling to come through these headphones. These phones are very responsive to bass. So you're getting into the sort of sub bass frequencies. Bring that bass line up 1 octave and it will sit in the mix so much nicer. And it bringing it up 1 octave will make it, will make that bass line be able to be produced through headphones and earbuds and earpods and AirPods and all the bloody pods in the world. Also, thank you, Luxia. I'll get to your next donated track very, very soon. Definitely needs some vocal chops in there, even if it's just something like freak out. Work it, make it, do it like this. Power, better, faster, stronger. So Rokas Ra, you can see Complaint is keen to share some acapellas with you if you like. This definitely needs something over the top, even if it's just some guy from the 60s, 70s or 80s talking about music. It would be so cool to have this just literally just stuck on top. It would be really cool. Can we also just take a moment to appreciate the album art here from this guy? What a legend. Yeah, Rokas, pretty cool, man. Fix up that bass line, bring it up 1 octave. Throw something over the top, some sort of vocal in there. I think that would be really, really cool. All right, Lauxia, I suck at producing, so all I do is donate money. Let's have a listen. You don't suck at producing, man. You are very, very good. Yeah, so I just had to listen to the first bit of the drop again. So the second half of your drop, the bass line is doing a lot less and it sits a bit better in the track. Here, the bass line's sort of following the main melody a little too much. It's not really being a bass line, it's more just mimicking the lead, in my opinion. Let's listen to it again. Nice. I like receiving these little tracks because it's just an idea. It's not a full-fledged track. Man, all the elements are there to start fleshing this out into a track. I would definitely make that in the first rotation of the drop. I would make the bass line a lot less busy. So definitely, man, you're a natural at sound design. Like with all the tracks that I've played from you tonight, nothing sounded out of place except for that sort of thing in the Zelda song. Man, like your bass lines are very good. You sort of transition from this bass line into this other one it could be the same synth but just down an octave. But man, it's your transitions are so smooth between sections too. Man, very, very cool. Man, you should spend some time on this one and get it to a track that's probably like 2.5-3 minutes. Nice little chill house beat. Man, you're a very talented producer, my friend. I know you're in the Discord community, but you should definitely keep watching some of these streams and write to some of the guys that you think you could either learn off or you want to work with in terms of production style. Because man, your ideas are insane, and if you were to collaborate with someone else, I feel like you would be unstoppable. Very, very, very cool. So N8 wants help with sound design. Hit him up on the Discord. Excellent response. If you guys want to join the Discord, there is the link in the comments wherever you're watching. If you're watching on YouTube, just smash the like button. Why? No reason. Just because I said so. If you're watching on Facebook, guys, we still have a little crowd on Facebook, so welcome, guys. The party is generally on Instagram. Party's normally on YouTube, but got a nice people on Twitch are still there, Facebook's still there, and YouTube's still there. So welcome to everybody. Thank you, Rock Asra, for your track, man. Really, really cool. And thank you again, Mr. Lauxia, for your donations and your awesome tracks, man. Let's have a listen to this looks like a new submitter. Main channel. Let's listen to this guy. So Inksy, Love Me Harder, private, not released yet. Ooh, let's have a listen.
Love me harder, have no mercy on me, just love me louder. If you're loving me, just love me harder, have no mercy on me, love me louder. If you're loving me, can I tell you what I want? Can I tell you what I need? Can I tell you what I want? Can I tell you what I need? I'm all the need to you, need to you, need to you. Do I'm all the need to you, need to you. Do I'm all the need to you, need to you, need to you. Do I'm all the need to you, need to you. Do I'm all the my heart stuck into you, into you, into you. My heart stuck into you, into you, into you. Just love me harder, have no mercy on me, just love me louder. If you're loving me, just love me harder, have no mercy on me, just love me louder. If you're loving me, just love me harder, have no mercy.
Very cool, man. This is such a good vibe. Your bass line reminds me a lot of Oliver Heldens.
Have no mercy on me, just love me louder. If you're loving me, can I tell you what I want? Can I tell you what I need? Can I tell you what I want? Can I tell you what I need?
man, really cool. For the Karim K asking how to submit, just have a look at the screen right now, my friend, and you will see where to submit. It's on the stream every single second, so hopefully you find that, my friend. Wow, this is so hard to give feedback on because it's already so good, man. I wonder if the vocal, right? The vocal's happening pretty much consistently throughout the whole track. Maybe it would be cool to give the first maybe 8 bars of the drop, maybe, is just pull out the vocal. Also, with your bass line, it's going dun dun. It's so with your bass line, how it keeps like repeating throughout the whole track. Have a look at the end of your rotation. You could, instead of having a dun dun dun, you could have it go like dun 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 to give it a bit of extra skip in the sort of sub frequencies, because you have a really good groove in your sort of like in your mid to highs, but down in your bass frequencies, it's like it's always doing the same thing, which is fine. That's what a bass line's meant to do. But like you could make your bass line even catchier by doing that. Yeah, complaint. Do you love my little? I love my little guy. He tells me what to do. This guy, he tells everyone where to submit. So, man. So Inksy's very cool track, my friend. I would yeah, join the Discord, chat to other people's. They can also give you feedback in the Discord community as well. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a link in the description of this video. You can join a Discord community. It is free to join. Feel free to join, and then you can chat to other people. Yeah, nice and fun. All right, let's push on. Bix, let's go, my brother. Yeah, from South Africa. Jordan Tariff. Time Moves Slow, Bix remix.
Wait just a moment till you can hold it just the same. It takes something different, something strange to lead the way. If for a minute we can breathe, maybe you'll listen to me, but it's not done easily. Time moves slow, round and round we go. No control. You gotta let go. Oh
very cool idea, Bix. One thing you're missing when the hardstyle kicks in is you're missing a compressor on your chords. So you definitely need to add a side chain there so that your kick like cuts through. I did not expect that. Didn't expect the hard style to come in there, but man, cool. For any new guys tuning in, or if you don't tune in very often, Bix is a really cool producer from South Africa, and he often just does this crazy stuff in songs, like throws in 3 or 4 genres into one track, and often comes up with some very good things. This, I don't know, like it's, I think with a bit more side chaining on those chords, the hard style will hit a bit harder. But at the moment, you got this hard bass doing this, like ba ba ba, and then you've got these long sustained chords that are just going like ah. So it's like this weird contradiction.
Take it easy, just believe me when I say you're not the only one who's feeling this way. So if for a minute we can breathe, maybe you'll listen to me. No, but it's not that easily.
Not sure about this Game Boy outro, but cool, man. Yeah, man, cool little track. Well done with like trying that. I'm not really familiar with the original. I'm assuming it's a very slow guitar-driven track or piano-driven track, and you've just torn it to shreds as you normally do, man. Really cool. I've never heard the original, so. But I know you, and I know how far you remove things from the original, so much respect that, bro. Really cool. All right, let's have a listen to S143 Afterlife, a tropical house music on COVID-19. Pretty cool, my friend. The melody is a great idea, and you're creating this emotion in the track very nicely. Something happens. It sounds like you've added something every time the kick happens. You have a tone that's happening, and it sounds like I can't put my finger on it. Sounds like a saw wave or something that. So I'm not sure, maybe you tried to create some tonal kicks and it's not really working for this track. So you also have your kick. I'm gonna have to make a YouTube tutorial to explain kicks, because this happens often in streams. So I'll quickly explain this for you, S143, but I'm sure you've watched many of the streams in the past. So you have a very long kick sample, and the long kick sample is filling up all the bass frequencies and it's killing everything else. And because it's clashing with so many things, you might not be able to hear your kick. So what you've done is you've made the kick louder and louder and louder until you can hear it in the mix, right? Which naturally you think, I can't hear something, so I make it louder. Right? I used to do that for years, but what is actually happening is there's other things filling up the bass frequency and your kick can't create its sound. So you need to EQ everything and kill all the bass frequencies out of it, except for your bass line, okay? And your kick. Because all your high synths, although they sound like they're on the higher end of the keyboard, it always has these bass frequencies that are leaking through into your mix. And yes, even the high leads have sub bass frequencies. I know that sounds stupid, but you need to EQ out all that rubbish coming from every single channel, and then you should have some more space for your kick, okay? That's why your kick sounds a little distorted, and it sounds like it's stressed trying to get through the mix. So the idea is there, man. The idea is there. You might need to do some EQing on some of your channels to give your kick some space. All right, we did have a donation, and it was from Mr. N8. So Mr. N8, thank you for your donation, my friend. Let's have a listen to Odyssey. And welcome to the streams. Your first time submitting, so my friend, you get a follow. Guys, if anyone's watching on a computer right now, open up another tab and go find N8 on SoundCloud. Let's get him to 10 followers. Welcome to the double figures club, my friend. All right, let's have a listen to Odyssey. I'm also going to click through your profile and see if there's anything we can sort of improve. Let's have a listen. Big Garrix fan. Nice. Really cool, man. So I'm reading here, you're an American producer, just started in October 2020. So like a Corona producer, I call you guys. Welcome to the big bad world of music production, man. You're in a very safe community, right? So we are a community based on positivity and encouragement. So I recommend, my friend, that you join our Discord community. It's free to join. That's where we all hang during the week. So I do these streams once a week, and then all of us, it's free to join the Discord. It's basically this online platform where everyone shares their music. You can go listen to other people's music and give them advice. Yeah, and I do little fun challenges. There's announcements. You can promote your own music there as well to get a few more followers. Blah, blah, blah. Let's keep going. Ah, you're already in it. Yeah, you are. N8, I remember now. Oops. Really cool, man. Really catchy. Very nice on the percussion. You've created very good groove in the percussion. I would also add some variation to the percussion, so some additional elements, for example, like a cowbell or a shaker or something. And also with your production, don't forget that you have the stereo field as well. So you can have you can duplicate your lead sound and pan it a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and that will give your lead a bit more body because it's occupying different frequency spectrums. Also, for example, if you integrate, you take my advice and you implement or integrate a shaker or something like that. When you naturally drag in the shaker, it's always going to be in the center of the mix. Just pan it a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, okay? And what you'll notice is it's like once you discover like stereo mixing, it's so cool. So definitely play around with panning. Pan some things to the left, pan some things to the right, or you can automate things and have things pan from left to right or from right to left. Oh my God, panning. Really cool. I understand what Charlie was talking about now with the sort of so those chords, they are a bit loud in the mix. I would add some reverb to it. That will give it a bit of width. So that reverb gives it a bit of panning. I would also play around with, there's something called attack. So at the moment, your attack is very sharp. So it's kind of like when you press the keyboard, the sound instantly goes bang, right? If you play around with the attack, what happens is the note kind of goes, instead of going like bang, if you make the attack longer, it kind of goes rah, rah. So it takes some time to get to maximum volume. Instead of just going bang, maximum volume, it's sort of, the notes sort of roll in. That's something really cool that you can look into. Depends on the plugin you're using, how you can use that, but definitely play around with the attack of your chords, man. Really, 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 really cool, man. All right, guys, I'm trying to smash through this list fast because I am running out of time. So who was that? That was okay. We are getting into Curiosity Nightlife. Let's have a listen. Ooh, damn high frequencies. Bro, this track, I know what you're trying to achieve, and you're just not there yet. But man, this has so much potential. I'm telling you. Man, wow. Send me a DM on Instagram because I have no free time at all, but I would love to help you with this track, man. Get this. Man, I can hear what you're trying to do. Really, I can imagine what you're trying to do. Wow, if I get time, I will definitely help you on this track, man. So if you're keen to collab, send me a DM on Instagram. Let's dance, brother. Yeah, wow. So the drop, the second drop especially lacked the punch that it deserved. I could hear what you were trying to do. Agree with Charlie, the bass it's just a sort of sub bass at the moment, so you definitely need a mid bass, and the percussion is super weak. Like not weak, it's just that the snare needs to be bigger for the sound you've created. You've created this sound, but the snare's like I need to, you know the turtle. There's a turtle meme that just goes That's what your snare reminds me of. But man, really cool, man. Let's talk. Yeah, man, that's really, oh wow, that's a good track, good artwork as well. Really cool. All right, very cool. All right, Charlie Mansell, let's have a listen to your lo-fi track. Charlie Mansell, Pushing the Boundaries. It is very quiet, I can tell by the waveform, but I can boost it in. Let's have a listen, guys. Very cool. I think man, lo-fi is so cool, right? This is very good, man. I think the so I'm not sure how you did the pitch bend. It might be like the warm tape effect, or I'm not sure you use FL Studio, so I'm not sure. I would adjust the sort of detunement, because it's swaying a little too far, and it's with the static crackle from the vinyl player and the sound of rain, instantly it sounds awesome, right? I think if you relax a bit with the pitch modulation, I think this would be really cool, man. Let's keep going. Sick. Nice, yeah. quality added over the top there too, bro. Let us know in the comments, Charlie, how long this took you to create this little lo-fi beat. Let us know. I'm curious to know. Yeah, where was the hard stuff? Flip in there, Charlie. Man, really cool. 2 hours. That's good. That's good. Man, this lo-fi is a huge, huge industry now. Do you know why? Because people put on like lo-fi playlists in cafes, on their like at work or when they're studying, because it's non-invasive music, and the playlists that have lo-fi have like hundreds of thousands of followers. And man, if you could get a track onto one of those playlists, you'll earn very, very small money. Man, that's cool. Cool that you explored that genre. Like with lo-fi, like you can't be too crazy, you can't be too adventurous, you can't be too like loud and proud and out there. What you did was like fitting perfectly inside the lo-fi box, man. Think this could possibly get signed? Blah. I don't know. I don't know any lo-fi labels. Like, I personally don't know the genre too well, so I don't know what makes a standard lo-fi song or what makes an awesome lo-fi song. Like, to me, it's more the vibe. Like, you've created the lo-fi vibe, so it should get signed. If not, I know a record label that would sign it, man. All right, David, XUX ID the greatest. Let's have a listen.
Who am I? I'm the
Sorry guys, I think I just blew everyone's faces off. Sorry for the super loud audio there. I'm just gonna rejig that. My apologies. Yeah, sorry. Wow, sorry guys.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She tastes flavors. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She tastes flavors. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She tastes flavors. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? I'm the greatest.
Wow, this is definitely Martin Garrix-esque. Look at that. The comments are lighting up. This is insane.
Who am I? She tastes flavors. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She tastes flavors. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She tastes flavors. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She tastes flavors. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She tastes flavors. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? I'm the greatest.
So good, man. So good. Um, like David, as you can see in the comments, man, everyone's loving it. Charlie has some opinions, but he thinks he can make it better for you. So if you want to collab with him, man, chat to him in the Discord. I will give you, for me, there's two things that stand out, and it could be intentional, or it could be something that you can't hear anymore because you've been listening to this song over and over. I need to find it again. So that sound there, that ram, it's for the track, it sounds too thin, right? You have this huge growling bass line, and then that bit to me sounds a little thin for the track. Maybe give it a little more bass frequencies, whatever that synth is. It sounds very digital. Or you could leave the EQ how it is and just try something as simple as throwing a bit of overdrive onto that clip and giving it some anger, because it's the sort of it's the loopers, blinders or loopers and Martin Garrix's track. Yeah, that gives me those vibes, man. This track is insane. Unreal, man. Very, very good. I'm just going to listen to the outro.
Oh, mom.
Yeah, okay, just standard outro. David, man, the comments loved it. If you want to collab or send it to anyone for DJ sets, for sure, hit them up. Man, very good. All right, compliance. I think I got to all yours, right? Or did I not listen to this one? Yeah, I did. Later night. All right, Acrobas, another Gmail. Let's have a listen. Whip demo. Man, this is very good. So Acrobas, man, I know you were very you were often in the live streams for the first like maybe 10 or 15 streams, then you disappeared for a while and now you're back. Man, your music production style has matured a lot. I will say the bass line that you have here, right? It's sitting perfectly between the sub bass and the mid bass frequencies. So it's doing this weird thing where it's like when you're doing your rotations going up your notes and back down, the notes at the bottom of your sort of loop are sort of in the sub bass frequency, and then as you go up, it sort of just leaves the sub bass frequency and enters like the low mids. So my recommendation for you, man, is the bass line that you have at the moment, I'd basically duplicate it, and then I would drop one down an octave and move one up an octave, EQ them so that one is the sub frequencies and that the other one you shifted up an octave is a mid bass, and then then they'll be in their right place. At the moment, just sounds like it's sort of flickering between the modes. Get some hi-hats in there. Come on. Yes. I actually think your drop's a little thin, actually. Like maybe adding some white noise just above might give it a bit more. So good. I dig the you've got that like, oh, it's sort of like a vocal, but it's sort of not, but it's good. It adds another element to the track. And I really like the sound design you have. It's sort of like it's not a guitar, but it sounds like a guitar, and then it sort of sounds like a violin, but it's not a violin. Like, it's a very unique sound that you've created, man. Really cool. All right, I'm gonna it's already signed but not released, right? We're gonna listen to Crossfire from Complaint version 2. Bit of silence, so this is probably a master, right? Man, that's huge. That's huge. That is huge. That is huge. Man, it's signed. Congrats. That's huge. That is huge, man. That's insane. That first drop. Wow, man. Insane. Insane. Very good, man. If it's signed, congrats. All right. We're pushing on to Addy Music's Lo-Fi 2. Let's have a listen.
Show me that it's real. You know how I feel. Won't you show me that it's real? I can't be without you. No matter what I try, I can't be without you. So I'll die.
Addy, man, this is very, very good, man. It's hard to say because I love the vocal how it is, but if you want to go for a lo-fi vibe, right, you would have to basically distort the vocal so it sounds like it's coming out of a radio. So you could you basically EQ out all the bass of the vocal, and then like add a little bit of overdrive to it, and then that gives it like a bit, makes the vocal a bit raw, and then you can place that back in the track and it will sound like more lo-fi. You also have very good sound design in this track. I mean, the vocal drifts off key, like, but only on a few occasions, so it's not to worry. Man, yeah, you could take this two ways. You could leave it how it is, and it's like, I don't know, like piano soul. I don't know what the genre would be, or take it to that lo-fi place, bro. Make it sound like crispy and digital and old school. Maybe you and Charlie should team up for a lo-fi track. Man, really, really good. Alright, Iran, Jolly, Eternity. Let's have a listen. Oh, I need to turn it up. Sorry, my friend.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me a million years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high. Keeps me high. Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me a million years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the
So good.
sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high.
Wow, here's my feedback for this track. That track is ready to be mastered and sent to labels, man. I can't think of anything to improve. So get it mastered, bro, and send it to record labels. Really, really, really good stuff, man. If you want me to master it, let me know. I'm doing mastering at the moment for €5 per track. So if anyone wants to take advantage of that, by all means. I'm trying to train myself up to be a bit of a mastering engineer as well, man. Man, so good. All right, Psycho Music. Let's have a listen. Hey, help. Also, no one's really noticed how awesome I am. I was meant to finish at 9. It's now nearly 9:30. So guys, I am going to listen to, so I haven't looked at the list, right? I'm going to listen to 4 more tracks, okay? So whoever the next 4 are, we have where were we? Psycho Manifestor Nightclub. Show me I think I already listened to that one. Maybe not. Wizard I listened to. So 1, 2, OVR, number 3, and number 4 is RM23. Okay guys, that is going to be our final thingies. Also stick around, I'm going to draw the winner of the free mastering as well, so that'll happen at the end of the stream. I love the piano, it sounds like Lucas and Steve. Really nice track, Psycho music. I wrote some comments there in the chat. Sort of sounds like Lucas and Steve meets Martin Garrix. Really, really cool. I love the piano, and I really love this moment here in the song. It's so fragile and so beautiful. It was sort of like if the film clip was happening, it would be like slow motion fireworks or something like that. It would be really, really nice. Yeah, it needs a little bit more vibrance. So I just said like add some saturation on the master channel, and as well a tiny boost in the mid frequencies and a tiny lift in the high frequencies as well, because it's it's sort of at the moment, it's when the drop hits, it's sort of like a bass heavy drop. When this song deserves it to be a bit brighter and a bit happier, definitely. So really nice, man. Very, very nice song. All right, Nightclub, Show Me Love. I'm pretty sure I did listen to this. But why would I? Don't remember this. Let's have a listen. Pretty cool. I like how it's very consistent, and it's a very sort of safe track. Sitting in a weird place between like house music and like this like aggressive sound that's constantly in there. There's a change. Hang on. I was gonna say because the main sort of synth is just going dum 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 the whole track, but now it's changing.
I need you just like I need water. You do things like any other. Nothing can break me down when I got you around. Hush, don't make a sound.
There's so much more life in the track now. There's some variation with that main sort of synth.
Show me your love. Go. Give it to me, boy. Give it to me, boy. Show your love. I want it all, you and me. Show me your love. It's never enough. Show me your love. Give it to me, boy. Give it to me, boy.
Nice. My only advice to this, because it's the vocals good, the sound design is good. I'd just maybe add some variations in that first maybe minute and a half of the track. It's all very same. So maybe after 4 bars, in the 4th bar, you could have that synth do something different, just to give the track a bit more 3-dimensionality. Because the sort of very, very safe, staying in the box, and then it does some variation, and then it goes back in the box. So it's like a slow burner, that song. It sort of does its thing, and then it has a huge moment, and then it goes back to the same thing. So, all right, Amar Bro here, Future Bounce, upcoming track. Why is there silence? Let's skip that. nice. You're hitting one note wrong on your roll down. You hit like you land on one wrong note. Hang on. Only on that roll down. So the first one's fine. That's fine. This one. On that second roll down, you hit a wrong note. So fix that up, man. And this is catchy. That's good, man. Don't bin that idea. That idea is good because it's catchy and it stays in the head. Dun, 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 dun. Right, OVR, Lucas and Steve, All I Want OVR remix.
I'm holding on to what I thought you promised me. Said you'd never leave me. I put up a wall, so I'm moving forward, honestly. I want you to need me. I know I ain't hopeless, I'm just lost sometimes. No, I won't hopeless, I won't hopeless, so I think you know, I'll tell you what's on my mind. On my mind. I want it all without the last. Give me your crazy something to the end. I'm not just saying I want something more than friends, yeah. I want it all, but it's with you again.
Very nice, man. Very, very nice drop.
I want you close, you are the one I gotta hold all through the evening. When you come around, I'm not letting go, I know for sure you'll never leave. I know I ain't hopeless, I'm just lost sometimes. No, I won't hopeless, so I think you know, I'll tell you what's on my mind, on my mind. I want it all, but the last. Give me your crazy something to the end. I'm not just saying I want something more than friends, yeah. I want it all, but it's with you again.
OVR, very, very good, my friend. Very, very good. Nothing to change, really. Nothing to change. The drop is huge. The drop, it sounds like it's mastered already. Hello, Frentelaticcio. If you want to send a demo, just send it to this link here. My trusty assistant is pointing it out to you. But you have caught us at the end of the stream. I have one more track and then I'm heading off. I was meant to finish 40 minutes ago and I'm still going. So Kimu, Cash Firebeat, No Voice by Kimbo. This will be the last track that I'm going to draw the winner for the free mastering. Kimu, I'm going to click through your profile and see if we can improve it at all. Also, welcome to the community. Feel free to join my Discord. It is free to join. That is where we talk about music production and all things music. Feel free to join. It's free. Let's have a listen. Yeah, man, cool little beat actually. This one, this reminds me of some of my productions I was doing a few years ago. Like, it's so fun making hip hop beats and things like that. Yeah, definitely get a vocal on top of this. So welcome, Kimu. You are new to the review program, right? So gave you a follow. Jump on our Discord community, right? There's a link in the description of this video. It's free to join, and what it is, it's basically a platform where all of us music producers talk every day. There is a guy on there, he's from America, Stefargo. I always recommend this guy, and I don't know if anyone uses him, but he is so good. Stefargo. Definitely hit him up. He will throw some lyrics on top of this, and it will be sick. Thank you for submitting, man. We are done. I'm going to quickly listen to this one. By the way, I'm digital marketing, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And Wilson talking to himself. So this will be the last track of the night, unless our friend Brent Atletico, not sure if I said that right. If you send in your track now, my friend, I will listen to it. Otherwise, I'm going to call it quits. Rosu, Negligence, and Rosu, Conquer. Have a listen. So this track definitely needs to be mixed again. I can hear some like digital distortion on the kick especially. It sounds like it's limiting it and smashing the roof, so it's sort of crushing the sound. Really nice track. Just when you had those samples come in. Yeah, they were smashing against the roof, so it something's limiting and crushing the sound, which isn't ideal. I mean, it is a deep dark track, so maybe that's intentional, but I wouldn't think so. Guys, I'm absolutely exhausted. Well, I just reviewed 29 demos, so hey Siri, can you pick a random number between 1 and 29, please?
A random number between 1 and 29 is 20.
20. Well, the winner of free mastering in live stream number 38 is the one and only Acrobas. Well done, my friend. Free mastering. So send me something, whatever you like, man. Let's talk on Instagram. Guys, thanks so much. I'm out of here. Thanks for everyone who watched the YouTube tutorials as well. I hope you're enjoying those. See you next week.